Okay, good morning everyone. How are you today? It's very early. It's actually 6:30 in the morning on Saturday morning. But I've got tons of energy, and I think part of the reason is I don't carry any emotional baggage, or if I do, I deal with it straight away. So what I want to share with you today is it's week 5 of our challenge. Woohoo! And I wanted to answer some of the questions that I've taken off Facebook. And one of the questions, I actually have addressed it verbally on Facebook because I do answer my questions as well. But I really wanted to address it again on this video because I think it's so important, is how do you handle people properly, especially if they are mad and rude and mean? It's very interesting. You've got to remember this. You create your life perfectly for yourself. So if people are mad or rude or mean, it's because you're putting out energy that is creating that. So somehow in your aura, your energy, you're creating an environment where people reflect back to you what you put out there. So you're putting out there mad, angry, mean, and you're getting mad, angry, mean back. So to give you an example, my mum is my constant student, and I believe it's actually karma and universe. And when her life is how she wants it, I'm going to call myself Dr. Rhiannon because I think I will have had my PhD by then. Anyway, mum used to say to me that she'd go to the grocery store to get food and grocery items and stuff, and she'd go to the checkout, and the checkout girl would be so mean and just so unhelpful. And I said to mum, that's so interesting, mum, because I just have never had that experience. Like I go to the checkout of the grocery store and everyone's so lovely. It's, completely different. And she couldn't understand it. And I kept saying to her, mum, you get what you put out. Like what you're putting out something that says, I want to receive in this world in a mean, angry and mad way. And she just couldn't get it. And I kept saying, mum, you're putting out something into the universe that says, I expect to be treated meanly, with anger and poorly. Anyway, I said to mum, there's only 2 questions to ask yourself. The first question is, how have I created this situation? And the second question is, what do I need to change to make the result of that situation different? So mum decided just to try and be more kind and put out more love and more energetics and just be more graceful and more kind and loving because she's shy by nature and she's very closed. Anyway, in the last few months, she said to me, I can't believe how lovely those girls are at the checkout. And I said, Mum, do you remember when you used to say how mean and horrible they were? And I said, what is the common denominator? And she's like, I said, Mum, you are the common denominator. The reason they were mean and horrible was because of you. The reason that they're loving and kind is because of you. So I want you to think about that in terms of your life. What reaction do you get from people? Are they loving and kind, or are they mean and horrible? If they're loving and kind, what is it that you're putting out into the world? If they're mean and horrible, what do you need to be putting out into the world? So ask yourself the 2 questions. How have I contributed to this? And what do I need to change to make it different? Remember, you are very, very powerful and you can create any life that you want. It is up to you. So I want to hear the feedback from how you've changed your life and what you've done to put out something else into the world so that you can receive in a different way and so that you can feel people's response to you as loving and kind.